Hello guys, welcome. It's the super blue moon today. It's the end of August and these readings are all going to be for the following month. So I'm going to be pulling cards. I'm going to use Oracle and Tarot. I'm going to be getting energy for your current energy from an Oracle, and then I'm going to read a 6-card reading. It's going to be past, present, future. The energies that are available to you at the moment, your blocks and restrictions, and also some advice from your guides or your higher self or the universe. I'm going to work through the signs in order. This will be the intro to all the signs, so I'll pop this on the beginning of each one so you don't have to root through and try and find your reading on all signs. Yeah, I think that's it really. Let's just dig in, shall we? These will be released over the coming couple of days. So by the beginning of September, hopefully everyone will have their readings. I'm just cleansing the space at the moment. So I've got some beautiful incense burning. And I'm just gonna make sure all the cards are cleansed. And then I'm going to use the tincture bells just to knock any of the old energy out of the cards. I'll just use whichever deck I'm drawn to. Quite often it's the Bonestone and Earthflesh tarot is my favourite. I always get really nice clear reads from those. And for the oracles, quite often I use the Wonderland oracle deck. In fact, I'll just show you those. So that's the the Wonderland oracle deck, and the beautiful Bonestone and Earthflesh tarot, which is my fave. But I will link them anyway and let you know if I use any different ones. I do like the Tarot Mystical Moments as well, so we'll see where we go with it. Being brave and doing this on the super blue moon in Pisces. A little emotional, so hopefully I'm quite open to the messages that want to come through for you guys. And yeah, let's begin, shall we? So we're on to Leo next. I'm just going to use the tincture bells to knock out any of the energy from the last reading, so cover your ears if you're sensitive. I'm just going to use them on the cards that I used, as I've already done the rest. Okay, and we're going to start with an oracle card to get your general energy for the month. Although I'm reading some of these on the super full moon, the blue moon at the end of August, some of the readings will be released over the coming days, but they are for the whole of September. So we're looking for Leo, some energy for the coming month for Leo, the overall energy we have. I used to read the oracle at the end, and quite often I'd read the oracle card and think, well, that just summed the whole reading up. I didn't need to pull any tarot. So I thought I'll try it from the beginning and see if that sort of sets the tone a little bit more. A card for the Leo collective, please. Overall energy for the month. These are so big, these cards are massive. Do you not want to share with me, Leo? Aha, there we go. Use your time well. Number 24, make every moment count. It looks very Leo-esque, doesn't it, that card? So I'm going to read from the the Wonderland. It's number 24, use your time well. So this is the general energy for the month. And I'll read from the book. Asking riddles that seem to have no answer may seem like a waste of time, but sometimes it leads to discovery. When we allow ourselves to ask questions that may have no discernible answer, we might find out valuable things and unearth what we truly think and believe. But there is another element to this card, as there are people who will waste your time, not only by asking questions that have no answers, but by deliberately asking those questions intended to take up your time. There are people in our lives who feel justified questioning, prying, or wasting our time. It is up to you to decide what questions are worth answering and those that serve no purpose and can be left alone. Like Alice, you could find yourself becoming bothered by people's desires to confuse you. When this card comes, it is essential to create a safe space about yourself and to know what you're prepared to do, what you are prepared to withdraw from, and what you will leave well alone. Trust Alice on this. There are many people in the world with questions that will simply waste your very precious and irreplaceable time. Answer only those that bring you closer to a resolution or that will lead to a greater and deeper way of experiencing the world. Some people love to feel they are important enough to take up another's time for no sound reason. Do not let them waste yours. Okay, so there's a dual message in that one. Just connect with the card and see if anything else comes through on it. There's an element of self-discovery in this, isn't there? And we can get caught up, I think, if we feel like our time is being wasted. We can often shut ourselves down as well a little bit. At the same time, I said, I'm not wasting any time on any of that stuff. It's not relevant. And get on with getting on without actually spending time on ourselves to look at the things that are aligned for us, that are important to us. And like it said in the book, I think, finding out the inquiry, you know, finding out more about ourselves and where our time is most well served. So I'm wondering, I'm getting a bit of a vibe that there's been a lot of this happening already, and it's not just through September, but maybe you're coming to a point now where you're realising that actually there are some things I need to make space for me. Yes, I need to walk away from that or pull my energy a little bit and focus it inward, I think, a little bit here. Yeah. Okay, so that's the overall energy. Let's pull you some cards. I think I said in the intro about the spread that I'm going to be doing. Whoop. Okay, we're taking that. The past, Chariot. Okay, I'll pull all the cards. King of Pentacles, current energy. Nice. I feel like I'm getting a theme through here already. A future energy for Leo, please. Future energy for Leo. Okay. Sevens. Okay. And what is the energy that's currently available to you? So this is usually a positive thing, sort of an energy that you can tap into. There's usually a reason why you're not. So I'm also going to pull blocks and restrictions as well, so that you can see where what's stopping you from tapping into the energy. So what energy is available for Leo through September? Oh, beautiful. 9 of Cups, beautiful. Wish fulfillment. Having more than you need. Oh, they're flying out. Blocks the 9 of Wands, defensiveness. Okay. Or a little bit holding a position that. Wow, these cards are getting very fiery now. And messages from your guides, or some guidance from either your higher self, the universe, your ancestors, whatever you believe. Okay. There was 2 cards, so I'm gonna blend the 2 because there's a reason they come out. I don't like to miss anything. Okay, so we do go quiet a little bit when I'm tuning into the energy of the cards. It normally picks up, but just give me a moment. So the Chariot in your past position, we read past energy because it's usually linked with something currently. Quite often it can be linked to the block, to the energy that you're wanting to tap into. And it can be guidance. So when have you found that in the past? How have you found a way through it? Sort of to look to a certain time, or it can be what's led you here. So the Chariot card is a little bit of a nomad. It has lots of different meanings in tarot, but for me, in this reading, it feels like Leo, you maybe haven't wanted to stay in one place for very long in the past. You've enjoyed your freedom and just roaming without maybe having a specific direction. There's a feeling coming through, a little bit lonely actually, although the energy feels quite freeing and nice, and I'll go with the flow, and there is an element of loneliness about it as well. I'm wondering if you struggled to put roots down in the past. Now you can link that to where it needs to be linked to, or if that's an issue for you or it's not, because it can be that this is an energy you need to tap back into again, wandering free without any restrictions on you, going with the flow of the universe. It can be that, or it can be with that, just that little feeling of a little bit lonely at times coming through. I'm wondering if this could also possibly be a reminder. So you'll know where to place that, if it's a positive or a negative, and what you need to take through the reading from that past situation. Current energy, King of Pentacles. Did I show you? I'm just going to show you the Chariot card so you can see what I'm seeing, and I'll do the same with the rest of the cards as well. You might get some intuitive hits yourselves from the cards as I show them. So current energy, the King of Pentacles. Now this is a completely different energy. This is more so stability and security, feeling quite grounded and yep, got my shit together. Like you've applied some of the knowledge from the past and it's now paying off for you in some way. Pentacles can relate to the 3D, to monetary and stability of whatever that means to you. It can just mean your energy as well. The energy you find yourself in is you feel okay, you know, you feel pretty like you've got your ducks in a row type of thing. I do find Pentacles sometimes linked to health too. So you just could be feeling in a good place at the minute. I think present energy, I think that's all there is to say on that card. It doesn't feel like there's some hidden message or anything. I think you're okay. So future cards, we have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, 2 sevens. Okay. So, funnily enough, your fellow fire sign, Aries, had the Seven of Pentacles, but in a different position. It was more guidance. So this is saying there's some hard work ahead. But he looks very interested and like taking care of this work, like nurturing whatever this is into something. Seven of Pentacles. It doesn't look like a strain for him, but there is some hard work through September. I think you're going to be busy. busy cultivating things. And the Seven of Swords also. Seven of Swords can be a lot of different things. I know a lot of readers read it as lying, cheating, stealing. I feel for this reading and coming out with the Seven of Pentacles, I think it's about being strategic in your approach. So through September, you might need, strategy. But strategy is the word that keeps coming up. So you might need to look at what you're nurturing, and make sure where you're putting your work in is where you want your energy to go. Sort of thinking about more long term, will this pay off, that kind of thing. I'm wondering, this feels a little bit like a career reading or a monetary reading. We've got the swords are air, but we've got quite a lot of pentacles going on here. So yeah, it could be a busy month for work. Just make sure things are as they seem with the Seven of Swords, and you're not being asked to do extra work with no payoff, or it's something isn't presented to you as something it isn't. As you can see, he's got the scroll. He's coming with the scroll, wanting to discuss something, you know, in the background. That's not the intention. So with this card, just make sure where you're focusing your energy is going to pay off, and it is what it seems. So just take that in mind through September. Okay, now this is beautiful. It completely changes here and goes to the Nine of Cups, which is the energy which is available to you at the moment. This is wish fulfillment, and this is more relating to emotions and our fulfillment, our general fulfillment in life. Sort of that feeling of our cup runneth over, you know, and feeling like we have enough to give in the right places. And she has these peacock feathers as well, so she feels good about herself. She feels like she's shining in the world and can peacock herself, show off a little bit, even, but not in a negative way. You know, connected to the heart still. I mean, Leos can be a little extravagant at times and give a little bit too much, or what's that energy? Yeah, it's extravagant, I guess, sometimes. But that is maybe where you're aiming for, where you can splash a bit, you know, and where you can give more emotionally, without that hindering what you've got to put your energy into elsewhere. So that feels like the wish here, and also the energy that's available to you. So I'm wondering, let me continue with the reading. It's just with the future cards there, I'm wondering if you're being asked to do extra work and it's possibly taken away from the emotional parts of your life, just with it sort of masquerading as something it might not be. You might think you get fulfillment from it, but this is where you could get more fulfillment from, if that makes sense. Now, the crossing energy is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the crossing energy is any blocks and restrictions from you getting to this. You could be taking quite a defensive stance. I'm getting loads and loads of different energies through here. So the first thing that come through was a sort of almost like a shutdown, like a, well, it could be a fear that shuts you down from the more emotional side of life and the fulfillment you can get there. And a feeling of, it's the way he's planting this wand here, almost like I've got to protect what's mine. I've got to protect what I've built, what I've created already. I'm drawn back to the Chariot card from the past. I'm wondering if you've gone from this to the King of Pentacles, where you feel quite stable, and although you want to get to this and that energy's around you and almost calling you in, this to get in touch with emotions and find fulfillment in that aspect of your life, there's a defensiveness. It's almost like a fear of what you might lose by doing that, by letting those guards down maybe. And it's also another energy that came through, and I was trying to put it all together. I think it might be multiple different messages, as I know all Leos aren't the same. There's again, I'm getting fear a little bit. Underlying, you might not read it as fear outwardly, but that you don't want to move forward in something. So that is the block. It's you. You are the block. You might have good reason, and it may all make sense to you why that's the case. But just so you know, that is the blocking energy from the Nine of Cups. Your advice from your guides or your higher self, the universe, ancestors, wherever you draw your advice from, is the Empress and the Ten of Swords. And put them in the right order so you can see them both. See, the Empress is the one that wanted to come out, but the Ten of Swords closely followed it. So I took them both. Sorry, I've just got to move my leg. So the Empress is to nurture yourself. I feel like a little bit like you've been called to harvest what you've already cultivated. That there's harvest to be had, and it's maybe time to nurture yourself, and possibly the people around you as well. The Empress is very in tune with herself. She's pregnant on this card. And it can be birthing something new, a new project or a new part of yourself or a new relationship, or, you know, I wonder if then I got this this energy, possibly I might have got this energy a little wrong with the Pentacles showing up in the present and future, being asked to work hard, and the Pentacles being I'm stable in my finances. It could all be linked to possibly a relationship as well, and an internal struggle that I feel all right here. Actually, I feel pretty good. But am I being asked to put too much in, or I want to cultivate this? I want the wish fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. I want to feel that. But then there's these blocks for me, and the guidance is the Empress and the Ten of Swords. It's asking you to end something here. There's a lot of Ten of Swords coming out at the moment. It could be to end an old belief or an old way of seeing something. could be that you believe you have to work very hard at something to make it fulfilling and nurturing for yourself, when I think you're being called to change a way of thinking here. And 10s are the end of things, so the end usually means it looks terrifying, I know. But it's usually a blessing. The 10 of Swords is a reason something has to come to an end. It could have been painful, but once you hit the 10, it's done. So it doesn't get worse. You've already been through whatever it is, and you're getting to the point where you're being called to, this is the guidance. You might already know this inside. Something has to end so you can feel this fulfillment and this nurturing energy and reap the harvests of all your hard work. Okay, Leo, that is your reading. I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch up with you later. Bye bye.